How's it going, guys? Donovan here. In today's video, there are a couple things I wanted to talk about. Actually, Brandon's leaving right now. In the Dart, you guys have seen that on the channel before. I got the RT right here. I haven't talked about it much, but I am going to be starting my own business here soon, and I wanted to discuss some things with Brandon, run some ideas past him, see what he wants. It's a business related to some car stuff. I can't tell you too much about it yet because we're still in the development phase. I'm very excited to show you guys when I can, so that's why Brandon was here. It's funny that in the immediate previous video that I uploaded, I said I didn't have, the time or the funds to put, expensive parts in this every other week, but I actually had to order a new part that was just under $1,000 for the RT, a new mod that I'm pretty excited about, but it was more of a necessity thing than me just wanting it because it was cool. Trust me, I wanted it because it was cool as well, but I needed it for a couple other reasons that we'll describe in a minute. With that being said, I shipped it to my dad's house, so we're gonna go ahead and take the RT for a spin. I'll talk about the issues that I was having. We'll go pick up that part. So yeah, we'll get a start here right now. So I washed this car yesterday. It looks nice and pretty for the video. So we'll get it started. It's not really a cold start because I started it to back it out of the garage earlier, but hopefully we could get a little chop. So let's sometimes it chops more when I put it in run. Let's see here. I have Taylor Swift playing right now, so that's cool. All right. The chopping sound does not get old. So we're gonna take this car to my dad's house to pick up that part, do a quick little unboxing video, and then I think, so my dad's staying at the beach right now, I think out towards like Dana Point-ish area, and I think we're gonna take the RT out there, go hang out, maybe have some dinner by the beach, go for a little cruise, but yeah. Oh yeah, baby. This guy knows that. The part I ended up buying is some springs and, or not springs, just some shocks. Yeah, I ended up buying some shocks for the Charger because I'm getting this weird behavior, not when I drive around town, but like say I'm driving on the freeway and I'm doing like 60 to 80 because, I don't speed, I'm a good old boy. And I hit like certain bumps, the back end of the car kind of like kicks out to the left and right, and it gets a little scary because I can feel like the steering wheel kind of compensate for it. It's really similar to how it felt when I put the drag radials on and the car kind of in the back moved left and right. It's very similar to that feeling, and it only happens on certain bumps. Like if I'm driving around town and I hit a bump, like the car stays pretty flat. In fact, it barely even oscillates. And by that I mean bounces up and down after I hit bumps. But I don't feel safe driving it with the back end feeling loose, and I've tried, like I said, filling up the tires, checking the miscellaneous suspension pieces in the back and ensuring that they're tight, but it hasn't helped. And so I just ended up breaking down and buying some new shocks, and those are what are at my dad's house currently. And so we're gonna go unbox them. All right, just pulled up and it's on the porch, so you guys can see it. Eibach. So I ended up going, actually let me take this inside and I'll explain a little more. Alright, so as you guys can see, I ended up going with the Eibach set. I went through a lot of mental debate about this because I wanted to go the cheaper route, right? And just replace the cheap, basically V6 suspension that came stock in my car, because I don't have the Super Track Pack, so I don't even have the Bilsteins. I have like the unbranded Chrysler, I think it's Nivomat or something. shocks, which would have been cheap because those are like 50 bucks a pop, right? Maybe even less. And then I was like, if I'm doing all this work, I might as well go with the Bilsteins, right? On the Super Track Pack. Those were about 500 bucks for all 4 corners. Then I saw the Eibach ones. These ones have recently gone up in price from like, I think 600 to 700. I bought them through fasthemis.com because I think they're a smaller business and I'm trying to support smaller businesses, and these guys are located in Irwindale, which is not too far from where I'm at, so small and local, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox these really quick and show you guys what's inside. Here's my unboxing Benchmade knife. I like to use these ones because I'm pretty sure they're made in America, and you know, goes along with my support small businesses plus local stuff, so I like my made in America stuff. It's better quality. And then plus, I'm pretty sure these Eibach springs are made in Corona, which is also not far from where I live. Also American made, and you guys can see where I'm coming from here. You know, I wanted an excuse to use my knife, but like 2 out of 4 of these pieces of tape were already broken, so. All right, exciting. Some brown packaging material. So let's see here. So this is the Pro Damper Kit. So it doesn't name drop my model year specifically, so it just says 2011 to 2013 chargers, but I checked on their website. It also said that it supports my year, so it should be cool. Let's see here. I mean, then again, these are also just shocks, so they might not be too exciting. So here, this looks like a rear. So these things are beefy. I just want to make sure I have all 4 in it. Actually, these might be the rear ones. There's 2 of them here. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't really remember, so I guess we'll see when I take it apart. But I feel like this one's the rear one. This looks closer to it. And so the reason I ended up spending more than I initially wanted to is because when you have springs and shocks, right, and the truck guys will know this especially, you kind of want to match your spring rates to your dampening coefficient, like the dampening coefficient of your shocks or struts or whatever. I figured since I got the Pro Line springs and they advertised the Pro Line springs with the Pro Kit shocks, that it would be smart of me just to get the entire kit. And so that's finally what I did. And actually a year and a half ago when I did the lowering springs, I actually wanted to do these at the same time. And the reason I didn't is because these were on back order. Now I was finally able to get them. They were in stock. So we'll get these things installed here soon. Unfortunately, today will not be an install video so it wouldn't be a real Mopar video if I wasn't stopping off to get some gas real quick. Alright. What? I want it to drip. Alright, 49 bucks. It's actually crazy when I'm driving this car normally. I'm driving at 65 on the freeway. It's probably a little bit slightly downhill right now. But as you guys can maybe see, I'm getting like 25 mpg doing about 67. If I take it up, 75, 80-ish, it goes down to like 21 to 23. But the fact that this car can get such good MPG on the highway, the city driving is a completely different story, so we're gonna not worry about that. But on E85, getting 25 MPG on the free. Oh, look at that C8 right there. Oh man, I have squirrel attention span. That thing's got an interesting wrap. 25 MPG with E85 on the freeway in a cammed Hemi is not too bad. So it's interesting because I've never actually driven this car on PCH, I think. Right now we're on PCH. I'm actually out near Dana Point because my dad is camping at the beach here and they made some food, and I'm probably not going to stay here for tonight, but I figured, hey, I'll take the RT on a cruise, even though the cruises are kind of stressful because people in California drive like shit. Nice and peaceful now, at least, now that we're on PCH. Maybe I'll, after I eat with them, go for a cruise or something up and down. But yeah. So I'm at the beach right now trying to relax after I curbed the shit out of my wheels. So bad.